lockdown. As the Limpopo province prepares to reopen its schools with the rest of the country, Premier Stan Mathabatha has assured parents that schools with inadequate sanitation will not be opened. Limpopo is known as one of the provinces with the highest number of pit toilets and sanitation problems, which are now made worse by the coronavirus. Speaking at the launch of the community-based approach program in Sekhukhune district, Mathabatha promised that the province has the problem well worked out. Our reporter Hitekani Magwedze spoke to the Premier.
Well, as the country prepares itself to go into level 3 and having schools open and some of the learners going back to school, there are measures, of course, that are being put in place to ensure that learners will be safe. Limpopo is one of those provinces that have been known to be kind of weak in terms of providing the type of sanitation that schools are supposed to have, and as the days build up towards that level 3 and schools getting back on track and saving the academic year, we are talking to the Premier of Limpopo, Premier Stan Mathabatha. Premier, Limpopo has been known, especially with your toilets and sanitation, to have some shortcomings, and with the coronavirus and the spread and the threats that come with coronavirus, it further exacerbates those weaknesses. What is it that you're going to have to do, or you are doing, in making sure that your province is ready in such a short space of time for schools to resume?
Remember, when this coronavirus struck, we were in the process of allocating contracts to companies who are going to almost eliminate our pit toilets. The budget was already there, the budget was allocated. Part of it came from the presidency, part of it came from our fiscus here in the province. But what we are saying now is that in cases where you still have pit toilets, which is less than 500 schools now, in cases where you still have pit toilets, we'll then bring portable toilets with running water. Each school that is going to reopen, it will not reopen if it doesn't have that. No child is going to be allowed to use a pit toilet going forward.
And Premier, the efforts that have been put by your province seem to have been a little bit hindered by the opening of mining and mines. What is it that you've been able to do, especially in terms of making sure that there's no animosity between the communities where that host mines and the mines themselves?
What we are doing currently is to conscientize the communities around the mines. We are busy doing that. As you heard the mayor saying, I'm coming here for almost the 5th time. You know, we are always around here. There are our foot soldiers who are based here. There are municipalities, executive mayor, the mayor, who are doing that task of conscientizing our people about what is happening. But we are not only stopping there, we are also making a point that all the mines, all the mining companies in this province comply. Those that doesn't comply, we close them immediately. As you would notice that 2 mines have already been closed until such time that they comply.
Lastly, and maybe briefly, Premier, you made a very convincing argument about why schools should open, especially for a rural and maybe poor province such as Limpopo. Please summarize it for our viewers.
You know, we are in a rural setting here where we've got a lot of indigent people, a lot of needy people. You find that there is a child who end up being a breadwinner within the family. This child goes to school, and this year is actually supposed to be the final year for that child. the old lady, the grandmother who's living on pension, used all her money, to ensure that this child goes to school and at least finishes this year so that he or she can assist the sibling. Now, if you say these children should not go to school, what are you saying to that child? Because at the end of the day, that child's future may be doomed forever. And not only him, remember also you've got the multiplier effect, that of the siblings. The siblings' future also will be doomed forever. And this, I can assure you, in rural provinces, not only rural provinces, even in townships, you will find that you've got many such cases. I've seen them myself. So we are pleading to the parents, we are pleading to all those who feel that the schools should not reopen, that please consider some of these cases. And let's balance the two things, saving the lives of our children and their future.